coming to you live from the truck. I am headed to work, and you can listen, you don't have to watch, but I just like to explain what I think, what modern yoga is today. So, we know that it came over to America um, maybe about 100 years ago, maybe even sooner. People have been demonstrating or doing yoga forever. What I mean by that is you can get into a lot of different positions, and it might happen to be a yoga position. And I think that's important to note because there were people in the Egyptian era where the pyramids and the kings lived long, long time ago. They had pictures on the walls of some of the yoga postures and some of the stretching and some of the basic meditation seated cross-legged positions on the walls. And so you can say that yoga began 10,000 years ago, 8,000, 5,000, 2,000, but we know it's been around for a couple thousand years. Its true form, I'd say, about 2,000 years, and then since then it's kind of grown into what it is today, which is a very physical practice. Um, the definition of yoga means to unite or to yoke or to join or to unite. What this means is, you're united with God. And so yoga means to unite with God. So whether you believe in God or don't, if you want to follow a yoga lifestyle or be a yogi, you have to believe in God and you have to believe in oneness with God, and that's the ultimate goal. So the ultimate goal in yoga is oneness with God, which essentially I think means happiness, or just the fact that you are able to just feel one with this earth, one with yourself, safe with yourself, in your own realm, peace, essential tranquility, euphoria. Many people call it different things, but yoga means to unite or to join with God. And in its essence, you have to think of yoga as meditation. Meditation is yoga, and yoga is meditation. What I mean by that is the goal of yoga is to unite, and the way to unite with God is to sit and to pray or to meditate. And if you're able to meditate and sit in a cross-like position or a seated position or on your back, then you're able to unite, or you are able to yoke with God. And through breathing is the way to this knowing yourself as one with God. And so that's what yoga is. Um, that's what yoga always has been. It's always been about the yoke or the unity, the breathing, the cross-legged seated postures, the meditation, the ohms. And so we'll get into chanting and ohms and breathing techniques and singing and mantras and melodies that you'll hear in Buddhist practice or yoga practices. So, for instance, in the beginning of a yoga class, the first thing a yoga teacher will always teach will be breathing. It'll be let's begin with our breath. Let's all inhale. Let's all exhale. Let's focus on inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, concentrating on how long you inhale, talking about numbers and inhaling for a certain amount of length, holding the breath, and really it's about breath control. It's about breath relaxation. It's about learning how to intensify postures through your breathing, or how to relax in postures. And so essentially, like we talked about in the beginning, yoga is a form of yoking with God. And in order to do this, you must be relaxed. And if your body is tense, or if your body feels tight, or if your body can't move the way a body is supposed to move, you're not going to be able to sit and relax because you're going to feel the adhesions, the neural adhesions, and the central nervous system telling the body it's aching. There's pain. There's immobility. There's lack of flexibility, and that's going to be due to just not moving. And so the goal of a yoga teacher is to help the individual learn how to they're able to move. Through these movements, they're able to sit. And so essentially, the goal is to do a series of postures so that you can sit and breathe. And this is where we're coming back to the beginning, the breathing, the yoking. Yoga's always been about that. That's what it means. So essentially, if that's what it means, that's what it is, what yoga is. And that's always been breathing, unity, oneness. And how to do that, sit and meditate. And in order to maybe sit and meditate, is to practice moving. And if you're not moving frequently, then your body isn't going to be able to be relaxed in the seated position. And if you can't sit in the seated position, then and if your spine is not aligned the correct way, then you're not able to meditate, essentially. So the practice of meditation and yoga is also a little the same, okay? But what has happened is people have created postures or physical exercises to create flexibility or passive range of motion. And this passive range of motion allows them to sit in different positions and not be able to feel themselves. That's kind of the purpose. Be able to sit, not feel your hips, not feel anything, and just relax and breathe. And that's what yoga is all about: sitting, the breathing, and meditation. And so what has happened is, what began as a meditation, what began as a breathing practice, started turning into a physical practice. People began to create what is called meditations. Sensation A, sensation B. Sensation are a series of movements that are active, dynamic movements from seated to standing postures, and they are instructed to help the student become familiar with the body and to move through a series of dynamic positions. And these positions require strength, also laws that you have to abide by. So, your shoulders have to retract in downward dog, or they, you don't want them protracted, or you don't want them elevated. You want them depressed, and you want them retracted. You want your fingers spread apart. You want your elbows and your triceps, your shoulders, you want them externally rotating. And there's a lot of internal and external rotation talk about the hips and the shoulders. And so it becomes really about aligning the spine and aligning the vertebrae, scapula, how it connects to the clavicle and sternum and rib cage, and you talk about your femur, your fibula, your patella, the bones that are connecting, the muscles that surround them, and the tissues that go around them. And so what yoga is uniting. And in order to unite, you have to move, and move a certain series of positions gets you to cross-legged. And so we're at that phase where we're learning physical posture, like warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, figure pose, camel, cat, cow, you name it, sunbird, sphinx pose, cobra, downward dog, mountain pose, tabletop. And you think about these postures and you're getting yourself into and aligning the spine, making sure that you create specific angles, and there's many different rules. And there's many different benefits to yoga. such as you increase your balance, you can increase your strength, you can increase your breath awareness. There's a lot of quantitative results feedback saying what it can do. But I think what people generally get mixed up with is mobility. What is mobility and what is flexibility? And I think that's the point here is that you can be passively flexible and you can hold a passive range of motion and a certain angle or degree of range of motion, and you can passively hold it there, but what implications does that do for the body? And if the main goal of yoga is to sit and meditate, is it a mobility practice? Is it a spiritual practice? Is it a balance practice? Is it a strength practice? People, I think, when you think of yoga, you think very ambiguous. Like, is it mantras? Is it breathing? Is it uniting with God? Is it sun meditation 1? Is it sun meditation 2? Is it the shirtless hot yoga? Is it the cold and tranquil yoga? Is it the recovery yoga? There's many different types of yoga. So what is yoga? And I think a lot of people get confused because a lot of teachers have their own definition of yoga. And I think this is what confuses a lot of people, and I think this is why yoga hasn't really hasn't grown as much as, let's just say, Major League Baseball or soccer, Major League Soccer or NFL or just, many people do it. It's more. I think that it's pinnacle right now, honestly, because I don't think people know why they're doing it. So if you're confused and you don't know what you're doing, I don't think you're going to do it for a long time. I think you're going to get to a point where you're going to really buy into one aspect of it, whether it's the balance, whether it's the strength, core strength, whether it's maybe it's everything. Maybe it's balance. Maybe you think it's a whole body workout. And so, that's my workout. That's what I do. It makes me feel flexible. It makes me feel good. It's great. But what does it actually do for you? I think everyone has their own definition of it. Therefore, everyone will get something out of it. So you can apply yoga differently to different people. If you're going to apply yoga to older population, you're going to maybe think more about balance and bone strength. If you're working with people with autism, you might think about more of meditation. You might think of using visuals. If you're working with somebody with cerebral palsy, working on range of motion is very important. And I think it's safe to say yoga is good. I think people should learn it, but I don't think it's taught appropriately because there's many different meanings of it. And I think that science is showing us a different story when it comes to mobility. And, what I want you to kind of take away from this is, what do you get out of yoga? You see benefits in it for yourself. How has it improved your life? And I want you to think about these questions. And then I want you to ask yourself, what is mobility? What is skin stretch? What is functional range conditioning? What is functional range systems? What is mobility? Essentially, I want you to understand what mobility is. And so if you're still here listening, you thought this was interesting, I want you to share this with one person. I want you to definitely like it. I want you to comment. Tell me what you thought of this, because I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to actually listen to this, especially the whole thing. It might take a couple of years for somebody to even listen to the whole message, and that's fine. But I want you to ask yourself what you think mobility is, and why you think it's maybe different or similar to what yoga is, and then I want you to do some research on stretch and functional conditioning. That's just where my head is at right now, and I think it's important for people to understand the difference between active stretching and passive stretching, and also what you go into.